Hello YouTube, this is Gaming Center Reviews here, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit, not about a gaming review this time, like a video game review, or gameplay, or anything like that. No, what I'm going to talk about to you this time is the Windows 8 Developer Preview, which, as you can see, I'm writing very sloppily with my mouse. Now this is part one of a two-part video of what is new in the next operating system by Microsoft, excuse me, called Windows 8. So I'm going to show you what's new in this. As I said, this is a developer preview, meaning it's like almost like a beta that they've let the public download. So let's scratch all that, just draw some pretty lines here, and erase that, and let's get started. Now let's first take a look at the new taskbar. The taskbar itself looks pretty standard like Windows 7's. However, if you hover over the Start button, the bottom left corner, it brings up this little menu. Clicking Start, it brings up this. The new Start screen. This is what you'll come to instead of the Start menu. You've got programs like Internet Explorer 10, which is the latest Internet Explorer, where you can view YouTube, Google, stuff like that. You've got the all-new control panel, where you have all your settings. If you click More Settings, it gives you your classic control panel view. You've got the all-new Windows Explorer that now uses the ribbon, where I will zoom on in that for a moment. As you can see, it uses the ribbon sort of like in Microsoft Office. We've also got direct links to weather, which I have my location programmed in, where it has beautiful animated backdrops. You even have stock information, news, Twitter, and a bunch of built-in games. Now this feature I'm about to talk about is not completely running yet. You cannot use it in this developer preview, but Microsoft is currently working on an app store that will let you download applications for Windows 8. And as you can see, it's not available yet. It's coming soon, as Microsoft says. So we will keep an eye on that. This is only part one of this tutorial, so I will finish it up here with this last little big feature. This last feature I wish to talk about. The Task Manager. If you do Control-Alt-Delete and click Task Manager, you'll get this window, which looks slightly different than Windows 7's. Microsoft has revamped this, so now it shows all of your applications right in one easy list. To close it, just click the application you want, such as the store, and click End Task. There it goes. For more details, click the More Details button. It brings up a very detailed yet easy to understand list of your applications, as well as background processes, and what kind of memory they're using. You also have your Performance tab, where this year Microsoft has added nice easy-to-use graphs, which are majorly updated from the graphs that have been in Windows since Windows 98 or 2000. These are very easy to use color-coded graphs. App history shows a list of all the apps you've used recently, as well as the memory and time they've been using. Startup are programs you can add that will start automatically when your computer starts. Here's a list of users that are on the computer. As you can see right now, I only have one. And it shows how much CPU, memory, disk space, and network speed is using. Details gives you details on every process going on in your computer. All services, well, it gives you a list of services going on. That's all for this review as part 1 of Windows 8 and what's new. So what are we going to talk about in part 2? Well, if we go into the start screen here, we see a bunch of applications that come built in to Windows 8. We're going to take a look at some of these, as well as some of the features in more depth, such as Internet Explorer, the control panel, Windows Explorer, weather, stacks, news, and Twitter. Real quick look at the start screen here to finish up. If we scroll all the way to the right, we see a list of all the programs that you have installed, like an all programs menu almost. If you're anywhere in the start screen and you start typing, it will bring up a list of search results. By default, it has you set to apps. You can easily switch to settings, files, as well as other programs. That's all for this part of the review, as is part 1. And I just told you what we'll be looking at in part 2. So this is Gaming Center Reviews, and this has been Windows 8 What's New Part 1. I'll see you back in part 2. Goodbye.